Hello. Hello.
Guess what? I am recording my very last video in this room. Probably for forever. Does that make me nostalgic? Yeah, a little bit. Kinda sad, to be honest. However, I don't know, I'm moving on to a better life. It kind of feels like I'm dying. You know, this is my very last day. I'm never going to see anybody again. That's kind of a terrible analogy. Besides the death talk, this is not the point of this video. I wanted to do my own version of the room tour. A lot of YouTubers do room tours and they show people stuff that they have in their rooms. But my version is going to be a little bit different. This is me talking about the things that I'm going to take with me, you know, the things that are special enough for me to take with me, and the stuff that I'm going to have to say goodbye to, especially this. My wall of art, my very special wall of art that I put up with a lot of love and care. I'm going to talk about a couple of the stuff that's up there before I take it down for good. Here it is, my very special room tour before I leave the country. Starting with my very special witch hat. I fabricated this hat with my own hands for a Halloween birthday party. It has its flaws, mainly because I started making it 1 hour before I had to be at the party. Moving on to my Virgin Mary portrait. I won't take this one because I'm taking a smaller one with me. This cartoon of myself was done in New York and I'm definitely taking that with me. My dear balloon. It was given to me by my parents on the day of my last flag ceremony. I won't take it with me, but I won't forget about it since it was kind of a special gesture. Goodbye, messy cabinet that I'll miss. Kind of. Goodbye, little friend, I'll have to leave you. Say bye. Bye. I'll also have to say goodbye to my closet and these board games. Moving on to the special things that I'll take with me, such as this Valentine's Day t-shirt. My friends and I got together to decorate shirts. All of them have the giant heart. However, we each added different things. For example, I wrote down some lyrics and drawings. Oh, and this is my favorite part. I got your back. Ha ha ha. Next is my prom dress. That ish was hella expensive. I'll have to wear the shit out of that dress. My dear DJ, I can't sleep without my giant, now barely stuffed dog. After that, I was going to leave him behind right before I walked out of my house, but luckily I decided to bring him with me. These are all the books I'll bring with me. My first Bible, The Ballerina Princess, you should recognize that from my previous video. My old diary, which is full of very detailed entries and secrets. Ellen DeGeneres book, because why not? The Land of Stories, because it's so good. Molly Moon, I bought this book when I was like 5 because it looked so cool, but finally read it when I was around 12 and loved it. This book my uncle gave me. I used to obsess so much over it. Ghost Girl Saga! I was and still am kind of obsessed with these. Look, I even bought the second book in 2 different languages. And a book about surviving a crisis, because yes. So those are all the books I'm taking with me, and those are all the books I'll have to leave behind. Let's move on to my wall of art. This is a chalkboard that I made when I was obsessed with do-it-yourself tutorials. As you can see, there are lots of stuff written on it. SAT words, YouTube. A self-portrait I made for art class. I kind of took a twist on the assignment and drew myself with my Halloween costume on because I thought it was so cool. This one's called Saving the World. We had to make something out of a shoebox and I made this video game arcade inspired by a dream I had. Aliens were invading the world and we had to play a video game in order to save it. Yeah, I don't really understand my dreams sometimes, but it turned out to be really cool. These are the Kill a Mockingbird quotes from an English language assignment. We had to pick some quotes, reflect over them, and make a representation in Photoshop. And these are the ones I picked. If there's just one kind of folks, why can't they get along with each other? If they're all alike, why do they go out of their way to despise each other? Scout. I think I'm beginning to understand something. I think I'm beginning to understand why Boo Radley stays shut up in his house all this time. It's because he wants to stay inside. Whoa, so deep. Gatsby advertisement. This is one of my favorites actually. We had to do an ad inspired on a character from The Great Gatsby. As you can see, I chose Gatsby and made a car advertisement. I remember I got full credits even though I turned this late and literally made it at school during my last period with only half an hour left. I am so cool. Look at it. Golden edition Rolls Royce. What is that? This is a card our 12th grade English teacher made. He made one for each student of his and wrote something to each of us. Plus, cool decorations on the outside made by himself. Keep a version of the Coca-Cola logo. I actually don't like this one and I left it behind. Another To Kill a Mockingbird quote. Jem, how can you hate Hitler so bad and then turn around and be ugly about folks right at home? Little me rocking the 80s afro. Drawing of a picture I took outside of my house because this car reminded me of Gatsby's car. Talk about obsessive. Stamped playbill with some signatures on it, and a birthday card from my friend which was actually really thoughtful. Award-winning selfie from photography class. Yes, I wanted chocolate because of this. Oh, Lion King, Newsies, and Fuerza Bruta playbills. This is my favorite part of the whole wall. Especially this because it's signed by every single person in the original cast. My ticket for the Lion King musical. Another To Kill a Mockingbird quote. No matter how much they cussed and drank and gambled and chewed, no matter how undelectable they were, there was something about them that I instinctively liked. They weren't hypocrites. The last Metro cards I owned in New York. Stomp, Ballet, and Ellie Island tickets. Jesus Christ, because Jesus. And yet another To Kill a Mockingbird quote. Come on, Scout, don't pay any attention to her, just hold your head high and be a gentleman. That's from when I helped my friend for photography class. Don't look at it, I actually hate that picture. And my old point shoes, which I ended up leaving behind. I'm crying right now. Another chalkboard I made. This one has the steps for the SAT, essay, and more SAT vocabulary. So fun! This is the second draft for a drawing I made. This poster I made for English vocab list number 1. The theme was weather, and each word has a representation, and to be honest, I really enjoyed making this. That was a key to the hotel from when I went to dance summer camp, and my Dave & Buster's card that I used to win this stuffed Superman, who replaced DJ when I was traveling and couldn't bring him with me. So sad. Valentine's Day picture of the gang. So badass. We were wearing our gang t-shirts and all, but I'm going to stop showing them because I just might be violating their privacy. Tessellation for geometry class. I didn't turn this one in because it wasn't worth of having full credit according to my teacher, but I liked this because cats. A parody of Pac-Man in which I mocked the school system for being oppressive and depriving kids of creativity and imagination. This is PSAT vocab number 6, which is another poster I made. You can see this is made up of memes and is music themed, and it's called The Different Phases of Being a Music Director. Phase 1, Choleric. Phase 2, Desperation. Phase 3, Organization. Phase 4, Denial. Phase 5, Rehearsal. Phase 6, Inebriation. Phase 7, Dress Up. Phase 8, Leave It All to the Lord. I really don't know if I used that word correctly, but I don't care anymore. Phase 9, Embrace the Outcome. Another favorite of mine is called Funk, and it has so many vibrant colors to represent how music is so alive and fun. And then the outside is dark because without music, there is no light. This random collage of stuff that represent me. What the hell is this? Yes, this is the Fault in Your Stars book cover. It kept falling off, so I took it off and put it up on my wall because reasons. And this is the final draft of this. It's about a ballerina who turns into a butterfly. Get it? No? Okay. This is the last PSAT poster. I had the liberty to choose a theme for this, so I chose the book The Color Purple since we were reading it. This was actually the last PSAT of the year, so it was kind of special. And last but not least, a random black and white part of the room, which has an attempt at a self-portrait, a drawing of a friend of mine, and a piece called Dancing in the City. So this is the actual end of the video. I had to move to another place of my house because the lighting in my room really sucked. But anyways, yeah, I wanted to say that leaving the country, I'm still not feeling it. Like the feeling of loss, of, you know, that I'm going to leave the country. The point is that my room was a place to which I could go to when I had a tough day, and I'm going to miss it. It's funny because when you do a video, a goodbye video, when you're leaving your country, you pretty much talk about the people that you're leaving behind. And the sky is crying today. I know, Sky. I'm sad too. But the truth is that I am not worried about losing contact with the people that I care about. And they know that. And I know that. So everything's cool. Oh yes. This is probably the last time I'm going to make a video in this house. And it feels very sad. I'm leaving tomorrow, so by the time that this video is up, I think I'm not in my country anymore. Oh, this is really sad. And happy at the same time. I've been dreaming of this day wherever. This is the last time, High School Musical song about basketball. Did I really let my last song in this house be a High School Musical song? Yes, I did. It's also a little bit ridiculous when you're moving out of a place because you start literally saying goodbye to stuff that you don't care about. I'm like, goodbye curtains, goodbye bed in which I never slept, books that I never read, goodbye this newspaper that I don't care about. You see, it's ridiculous. Bye, I'm so sad.